like we're talking.
No.
All right. Good evening, East Hampton Town Board. You're live. You're being recorded. You're streaming on 22. You may begin.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the East Hampton Town Board meeting of March 7th, 2024. Carol, if you could please read the roll call.
Councilmember Flake.
Present.
Councilmember Lees.
Present.
Councilmember Rogers. Present. Councilmember Colvin-Liebner.
Present.
Supervisor Burke Gonzalez.
Present. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So tonight we have two public hearings. The first one is to amend Chapter 198 of peddling, and the second public hearing is the Shea Grants of Scenic and Conservation Easement. That's followed by the public portion and then resolutions. But before we start, we all woke up to some very exciting news this morning, and the town would like to congratulate East Hampton's own Cole Brower for becoming the first American woman and the youngest person in history to race solo, nonstop, around the world in the Global Solo Challenge. Cole sailed into Corunna, Spain today after an adventurous 130 days at sea on First Light, her beloved racing boat. Thank you, Cole. Your courage and determination are an inspiration to all of us here in East Hampton, and we are all bursting with pride over your accomplishment. So Carol, if you could read the first public hearing notice.
Read the disclosure first for both of them. Public hearing will be held live in person by the town board and will be available electronically by video and teleconferencing, and will be televised on local TV channel 22 and available for live stream on the LTV website. The public shall be permitted to appear in person, but may also provide comments on the matter by calling 351-888-6331. Any person or party wishing to be heard with respect to the foregoing may do so in person or by agent, by attorney, or by written comment addressed to the East Hampton Town Clerk, 159 Panago Road, East Hampton. Comments may also be submitted to the town clerk by email to cbrennan@ehamptonny.gov. All comments must be received by the town clerk by the date and time of the public hearing. Please check the meeting agenda posted on the town's website for any changes and for updated information. Notice is hereby given that the town board of the town of East Hampton will hold a public hearing at Town Hall, 159 Panago Road, East Hampton on Thursday, March 7th at 6 p.m. or as soon thereafter as this matter may be heard, to consider comments of all persons regarding an amendment to Chapter 198 peddling of the Town Code of the Town of East Hampton, an abstract of which follows: a local law amending Chapter 198 peddling to allow licensed peddlers not awarded concession agreements to peddle at the Stephen Hands Path recreational facility.
Thank you, Carol. Would anyone like to address the board on this hearing? Matthew, do we have anyone on the line? Matthew? Matthew at LTV.
Yes, sorry. We have no callers at this time.
Motion to close?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carol, the second public hearing notice, please.
Please take notice that pursuant to Section 247 of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York and provisions of the East Hampton Town Code, the Town Board of the Town of East Hampton will hold a public hearing in the Town Hall Meeting Room, 159 Panago Road, East Hampton, on Thursday, March 7th at 6 p.m. or as soon thereafter as this matter may be heard concerning the following grant of scenic and conservation easement to the Town of East Hampton. The grantor is Daniel B. Shea and Tricia Shea. It is a scenic and conservation easement dated January 3rd. The location is 137 Westlake Drive in Montauk, Suffolk County Tax Map 319-10-6, and the reviewing agency is the ZBA.
Thank you, Carol. Is there anyone here that would like to address the board? Matthew, is there anyone on the line?
We have 0 callers at this time.
Thank you.
Motion to close?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so now we're up to public comment. Is there anyone here? David?
Good evening, Town Board. David Buda from the Springs. I'd like to address two matters. Probably the most important thing that you do on a regular basis is spend the taxpayers' money. And twice a month at your regular meetings, you adopt a resolution approving the claims warrants. As you all should know, the open meetings law, which is in section 103, subsection E, states that agency records that are available to the public pursuant to the Freedom of Information law, as well as a proposed resolution, laws, rules, regulations, policy, or any other amendment thereto that is scheduled to be the subject of discussion by a public body during an open meeting shall be made available upon request thereto, therefore, to the extent practical, prior to or at the meeting during which the records will be discussed. And if the agency in which a public body functions maintains a regularly and routinely updated website and utilizes a high-speed internet connection, such records shall be posted on the website to the extent practicable prior to the meeting. I know that it's a clerical burden on staff, but I think it's essential for transparency and public participation and public understanding of how money is spent that you consider amending your procedures to do what other agencies that are subject to the open meetings law do. For example, my own local school district on a regular basis publishes on their agenda a list of the check warrants before they're adopted so that someone can go to the agenda, click a link, and see who's going to get paid what, and briefly what for. Now, I know from my own experience using the Freedom of Information law that the town could easily generate, as it has when upon request, generate a vendor invoice list that corresponds directly to the matters that are in the approved list of warrant payments. So I'm suggesting that you do what I think you're obliged to do, what the public would appreciate, is try to generate in advance of the meeting such a vendor invoice list and attach it as a link to your agenda so people can know how their money is being spent. There are lots of reasons why, under certain circumstances, people would find that to be interesting and informative. Second topic. You have put on the agenda the proposed resolution number 328, which is adopt local law amending section 240-61, which is vehicle and traffic, town vehicle and traffic laws. And that's on Councilman Lisa's agenda. I did not send you a formal request, and you did not see fit to send me what I had requested and discussed at the last meeting, which was a copy of the county letter that was the reason for this action that was the subject of a public hearing a few weeks ago, to bar the public from parking within 50 feet in one direction and 85 feet in the southerly direction from a driveway on North Main Street. This is really an issue that you should have standardized the law. Now, I know that there's state law that says you can't park within 50 feet of an intersection, a road intersection, clearly for reasons of safety, for reasons of maintaining a view to traffic that might be entering the roadway from the opposite direction. But when it comes to a private driveway, whether it be a county road or a town road, there should be a standard for what area should be precluded, the public should be precluded from parking. And I think that 85-foot restriction is quite excessive. I didn't have an opportunity to watch your work session on Tuesday, so I don't know if you discussed this. I would be pleasantly surprised if you did discuss it. I would be pleasantly surprised if you discussed this before you adopt the resolution that's on the agenda. But what's the standard? Are we going to have no parking within 50 feet, which is more than 2 car lengths, and 85 feet, which is more than 4 car lengths, for every single private driveway that intersects a county road? There are many driveways on North Main Street. Are we going to apply this kind of standard to intersections of private driveways on every town road? I doubt that. And why specifically, because I still don't know, has this proposal been requested by the county in this particular location? What is the reason? I think it's excessive. I think it's a detriment to the public's ability to park on a very important public street where there are many businesses and many offices. And if you're going to do this sort of thing for one particular driveway, private driveway, you're going to have to consider doing it, and you should have already considered doing it for each and every driveway that intersects North Main Street, which I think frankly would be absurd. One last thing, speaking of absurd, take a look at the text of the resolution as it appears in the agenda, proposed resolution 328. If you actually read the legislative intent section, you'll see that it's clearly, painfully, a typographical error. It has nothing whatsoever to do with the topic of this particular resolution, which was the topic of a public hearing. Unfortunately, cut and paste errors, as I call them, are rampant in the preparation of your agendas, and I would hope that people could spend more attention in preparing them and making sure that obvious errors are corrected before the agendas are published. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Matthew, is there anyone on the line?
We have no callers at this time.
Okay. So we can start with resolutions. Tom?
First one is 2024-314. This is for approval of claims on warrant number 3A in the amount of $3,320,439.47, and also on utility warrant number 3A for the amount of $69,945.65, as ordered by the town board, and the supervisor is hereby directed to pay the same.
All in favor?
Aye. Resolution 2024-315 is to add members to the Emergency Preparedness Committee. Be it resolved that Ellen Cook, Aubrey Izzo, James P. Foster, Dylan Bukowski, and Barnaby Friedman, ex officio, are hereby added as members of the Emergency Preparedness Committee for the calendar year 2024.
Second.
Can I just discussion, are all of the folks that you just listed ex officio or just?
No, just Barnaby Friedman. That's why it's just next to him, the ex officio text. Sorry.
We have a second?
Yes.
All in favor? Aye.
2024-316, this is to approve New York State Department of Transport testing for human services. Be it resolved that Meeting House Lane Medical Practice is resolved to provide mandated Department of Transport physical exams for senior transportation drivers when necessary at a cost of $150 per exam.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
2024-317 is for compensatory time reimbursement to Scott Cisco. Be it resolved, the Finance Office is authorized to issue a check through payroll for compensatory time over the FSLA limit in the amount of $4,373.91.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
2024-318 is for supply and delivery of kitchenware items for March 2024. The bid is available March 14th, 2024, and bid is due March 28th, 2024. Be it resolved that the bid should be received by the senior purchasing agent by 3 p.m. on date noted, at which time will it be opened and publicly read aloud. And be it resolved that the Town Board of East Hampton reserves the right to waive any informalities in bids received and or reject any or all bids.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I'd like to offer resolution 2024-319. This is for Marticello and CGM _ KHM 2021 Trust to schedule a public hearing for the CPF project plan addition. The properties are located at tax map 300-163-3-61-6.4-6.2 and -6.3. The public hearing will be held on March 21st, 2024.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
like to offer resolution 2024-320. This is for Monticello and CGM_KHM 2021 Trust S, the schedule of public hearing for CPF acquisition. This is the schedule of public hearing for real property acquisition. Purported owners are Caroline Monticello and CGM_KHM 2021 Trust. The location is 20 Springs Fireplace Road and 109 and 107 Old Accabonac Highway, East Hampton, New York, Suffolk County Tax Map 300-163-3-6.1, 6.4, 6.2, 6.3. The proposed purchase price is $6.9 million. The public hearing will also be held on March 21st, 2024.
I see March 14th.
That's when.
That's published in the
Oh, okay,
notice.
in the Star.
Okay, do I see? Okay, second? I see.
All in favor?
Aye.
2024-321 is to schedule a public hearing for the 2024 CPF Management and Stewardship Plan. The draft plan, which is dated 3/4/2024, was discussed most recently at the March 5th, 2024 work session. Now we be resolved that we would like to schedule a public hearing to elicit comments for it at the March 21st, 2024 meeting date.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
2024-322 is appoint lifeguards to the preseason training program, retroactive to March 1st, 2024. Anita LaGrassa, senior lifeguard at $19.50 an hour, and Stephen McMahon, captain lifeguard, hourly rate of $25.22.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 2024-323. This is a notice to bidders for EH24-007. This is for mobile food concessions for select beaches for 2024. The bids are available on March 14th, 2024, and bids are due back on March 28th, 2024. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact our purchasing department at 631-324-4141.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
2024-324 is the notice of public hearing for EH24-005. This is a purchase and delivery of litter receptacles. The bid is available March 7th, 2024. The bid is due back on March 21st, 2024. Any questions or concerns, please contact our purchasing department, 631-324-4141.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
325 is authorize the payment of prior year's invoices to the Highway Department. Two invoices, one dated December 29, 2023, in the amount of $685.76. The next is dated December 28, 2023, in the amount of $424.58.
Second?
All in favor?
326 is a refund for the Behan Memorial donation to Anne Marie Mastaandria in the amount of $125.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
327 is a payout upon resignation for Jason Lavelle, who is AEO in the Highway Department. The Finance Office issued a check to the payroll in the amount of for the count for $40.37 and vacation time, $4,635.92 and compensatory time, and subtracting $393.78 in overuse of personal time at the hourly rate of $30.29 for a gross total of $4,282.52 payable to Jason Lavelle as a final payout.
Second?
All in favor?
Resolution 2024-328. This is to adopt local law amending section 240-61. This is actually for no parking on areas of North Main Street. That has to be amended in section 1 on here, please. Please remove the language that would go after to, please remove this language, install stop signs on West Drive at the intersection of Morris Park Lane, East Hampton.
Are you replacing it with the?
No, I'm not, because prohibited parking is on a portion of North Main Street is after it.
But David, I added that.
You have to
Yeah,
have
not
central
here.
love. So
I think we should bring this back.
I would like to withdraw resolution 328, please.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. Resolution 329. Authorized contract addendum for the Village of Sag Harbor Sewer Shed L grant. Whereas the town board authorized the water quality improvement project funds for the Village of Sag Harbor Watershed L project for parcel connections by resolution 2023-848. in the amount of $645,836. The town is made aware the recipient would like to utilize the funding award in the July 7, 2023 grant contract authorized through Resolution 2023-848 for purposes of installing connector piping in the right-of-way connections in the right-of-way pipings and individual homes as needed basis, the total cost and other grants received.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I have Resolution 330, which is a notice of proposal and RFP for professional engineering services for coastal dune restoration for Ditch Plains Beach. The RFP is available today, 3/7/24. The proposal is due back 3/21/2024. And this is where the town wishes to obtain services for requests for proposal for professional engineering service for coastal dune restoration, Ditch Plains Beach. The specifications are available at the purchasing department office. And if you have any other questions, please contact the purchasing office. At 631-324-4183. The proposal is, the opening date for the proposal is March 21st, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. And there's a couple of typos in the next resolution, so I'm going to offer some amendments as I read it. This is Resolution 331, and the title is incorrect. It should say Release Security URP 27 in SP 4-2. And this is that a report has been received from the town's consulting engineer's office to approve road work in certain renewable areas. A request has been made that the town board return security posted. The following security held by the town board is hereby released. The applicant is Brooklyn Timber LLC, care of Joel Halsey, P.O. Box 5030, Montauk Highway, New York. The URL parcel is 27 in SP-4-2. That part is correct. It's map 16, block 47, lots 11-18, and there's another typo in the tax map number, so I'm going to read it as it should be. It's tax map number 300-.005.00-03-20, and it's in the check in the amount of $13,500.
Second.
As amended.
Can that come down to me, please?
Sorry?
I'm sorry, Carol, we couldn't hear you.
You don't have to see the language.
I need to have the copy. I couldn't-
All right, Carol, as soon as I just read the next one, because I have it in my,
Okay, so I got the 9-5. I thought you made a different change.
yeah, it's the title should be
Got
really,
that.
okay.
Second as amended.
All in favor?
Aye. Next resolution is Resolution 332, and this is for special events gatherings, and this is for the approval of MXB Sports LLC. This is a seasonal special event permit for 2024, and there's whereas Commercial Surf Camp requires a seasonal special event permit under Town Code, whereas the Special Events Committee reviewed the application submitted by MBX Sports LLC and has approved granting the permit under specific conditions. Be it resolved that the Town Board hereby approves MXB Sports LLC special event permit for their surf camp as per the conditions delineated below on the seasonal special event permit.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Lastly, I have Resolution 333, and this is to retain consultants to assist Planning Department with pending applications 2024. This is whereas due to a shortage of personnel in the Planning Department and the time and attention necessary to review pending applications before the Planning, Architectural Review, and Zoning Boards, the Planning Department has determined that additional resources are necessary. Resolved that the Town Board hereby retains the following consultants, each upon terms and conditions noted below and more fully set forth in their individual proposals of February 14th, February 15th, and February 9th, 2024, respectively. Resolved that the above consultants shall be assigned work on an on-call basis and shall be paid according to their above referenced rate schedule. This resolution is retroactive to January 1st, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 2024-334 to appoint Community Housing Advisory Board member Evelyn Wolf to serve the remainder of Patricia Wazinski's term for the calendar year of 2024. And I want to say a couple of things about this resolution. First of all, I know Patricia Wazinski is dearly missed on that committee, but equally, we are very excited to welcome Evelyn Wolf, who's here with us tonight, which is very exciting to see. She brings a wealth of knowledge to a committee that, in my limited time with them, have been very, very impressive. So we're excited to add her. And with that, so moved.
Second, oh, sorry.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye, got excited.
Resolution 335, this is to adopt beach parking permit fees and vehicles on the beach fees pursuant to Chapter 240, Vehicles and Traffic, Article 6, Permit Parking, Section 35, Permits, and Chapter 91, Beaches and Parks, Article 1, Beaches, Section 91-5, Vehicles on the Beach. This is to set beach parking fees and beach driving fees for the calendar year of 2024 and until we change it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 2024-336 is a list appointment police officer in the East Hampton Town Police Department, James Brzezinski, at the annual salary of $63,989.11 effective March 10th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 337 is a list appointment from provisional for Jason Sharon. Jason Sharon be and is hereby appointed to the position of Harbor Master 2 in the East Hampton Town Police Department Marine Patrol to take effective retroactive to February 16, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
338 is to appoint part-time officer to East Hampton Town Police Department, Matthew Meyer, at the hourly rate of $29.64 effective March 10th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
339 is authorizes Harbor Master 3, Timothy Treadwell, and Harbor Master 2, Jason Sharon, to attend the Swiftwater training course sponsored by New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services. The financial impact is $1,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
340 is for police employee fingerprint reimbursement for Joseph Chacho and Paul Gonzalez, and they'll each be reimbursed $88.50.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
341 is a fingerprint reimbursement for James Bennett and Miles Mayer in the Marine Patrol Unit, and that again is at the amount of $88.50 each.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
342 is for travel expenses incurred by Detective Luke McNamara and Detective Michael Coleman in the amount of $21.34.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
343, fireplace auto collision towed vehicles for the East Hampton Town Police Department to the police impound yard, and this is to pay fireplace auto collision $700.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
344 is to reimburse Nancy Marshall, Assistant Town Attorney, for the New York State Attorney Registration Fee for 2024 in the amount of $375.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
345 is to adopt the New York State Pro-Housing Communities Pledge. Whereas the town of East Hampton believes that the lack of housing for New York residents of all ages and income levels negatively impacts the future of New York State's economic growth and community well-being. And whereas the housing crisis has negative effects at regional and local levels, we believe that every community must do their part to contribute to housing growth and benefit from the positive impacts a healthy housing market brings to communities. And whereas we believe that supporting housing production of all kinds in our community will bring multiple benefits, including increasing housing access and choices for current and future residents, providing integrated accessible housing options that meet the needs of people with sensory and mobility disabilities, bringing economic opportunities and vitalities to our communities, and allowing workers at all levels to improve their quality of life through living closer to their employment opportunities. And whereas we believe that evidence showing that infill development that reduces sprawl and supports walkable communities has significant environmental and public health benefits, and whereas we believe that affirmatively furthering fair housing and reducing segregation is not only required by law, but is essential for keeping our community strong and vibrant. Now therefore, be it resolved, the town of East Hampton, in order to take positive steps to alleviate the housing crisis, adopts the Pro-Housing Communities Pledge, which will have us endeavor to take the following important steps. 1, streamlining permitting for multifamily housing, affordable housing, accessible housing, accessory dwelling units, and supportive housing. 2, adopting policies that affirmatively further fair housing. 3, incorporating regional housing needs into planning decisions. 4, increasing development capacity for residential uses. 5, enacting policies that encourage a broad range of housing development, including multifamily housing, affordable housing, accessible housing, accessory dwelling units, and supportive housing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 346 is a resolution supporting efforts to change New York State laws relating to fentanyl, whereas the opioid crisis marked by misuse and addiction to substances like prescription pain relievers, heroin, and synthetic opioids such as fentanyl is a national concern impacting health and social economic welfare. The resolve that the town board of the town of East Hampton authorizes the supervisor to sign any and all necessary documents, including but not limited to letters of support for Suffolk County District Attorney Raymond A. Tierney's public campaign and efforts to change New York State law relating to these deadly substances.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
347 is to amend Resolution 2023-1604, Timekeeper Software. The agreement should be changed to the amount of $2,784.60. All other terms and conditions remain in full force and effect.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
348 is to amend Resolution 2024-284, and that is the check should be made payable to judicial title in the amount of $1,575.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
349 is to amend Resolution 2023-1612, Source Pass, a one-year agreement between Source Pass and East Hampton Town Police Department. And the amount should be changed to $39,240, with all other terms and conditions remaining in full force and effect.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 350 is to amend Resolution 2024-286, and that was to extend the agreement for the East Hampton Commuter Connection Shuttle with Hampton Hopper. The first paragraph noted the RFP improperly. The correct RFP is EH 2023-105.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
351 is advance of funds to capital fund. The town police department is in need of procuring uninterrupted power source batteries, which was included in the 2022 adopted capital plan, and due to lack of ability, the budget was closed. The department is now able to purchase said batteries, so the budget office is directed to transfer $86,000 for this purchase.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
352 is to retain outside professional Flynn stenography and transcription for 2024 in an amount not to exceed $2,500.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And lastly, ID 30783, approve emergency repair Edgemere Street in Montauk. Oh, okay. So it's Resolution 2024-353 to approve emergency repair Edgemere Street in Montauk.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to also offer Resolution ID 30779. This is appoint part-time environmental technician in the aquaculture department, Ava Kiss. She was appointed to the full-time environmental technician position, aquaculture, Resolution 2023-793, resigned from this position effective November 24, 2023. Resolved, Ava Kiss is appointed to part-time environmental technician in aquaculture, an hourly rate of $20.46 to be paid from budget line A8740-51200 upon proper submission of time records, effective retroactive to February 7th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Does anyone else have any other business they need to bring up?
I would make a resolution, therefore, to go into executive session for advice of counsel.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You got to go back, make a motion. Oh, advice of counsel, I apologize. And contracts.
Okay. I make a motion to go into executive session for advice of counsel and contracts.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. Matthew,